you are in charge of changing your life. My days are very optimized and have helped me make a lot of money. I am 19 years old and I do not come from wealth at all, and I am living in San Diego on my own. You got this. Hi, I hope you're doing well. If this year hasn't been all that you've wanted it to be, that's okay. All of us have been there. I know I sure have. So I wanted to share something with you that has really helped me, and that's been mindfulness. If you're open to trying something a little bit different, please find somewhere quiet to sit and close your eyes. I'm going to take you through a quick exercise that will help you visualize your highest potential and set the best goals possible for yourself. But if you're driving and want to skip ahead to the goal setting part, please go ahead to this timestamp. Now, let's begin. Start by closing your eyes and taking deep breaths. Picture yourself becoming centered and still. Now, visualize you're standing outside and looking at your dream house. What does it look like? Where is it? Is it in the rainforest? The beach? Do you see that window up by the patio? There's a person standing out there. Allow your eyes to focus and realize that person looking down and smiling at you. That's your future self. Look at them. What do you look like? Are you healthy? How much money do you have? Do you have friends? Family? What do people describe you as? Loving, compassionate, giving, beautiful, handsome, powerful, connected? What words do they describe you as? What is your life like? What do you do every day that brings you this overwhelming happiness and success? What are your daily habits? Now, walk up to that person and ask them whatever you want. Have a conversation with them. When you're complete, open your eyes. Welcome back. Now that you've met your higher self and have hopefully had some realizations, let's draw up your New Year's resolutions. And you are actually going to keep these resolutions because you know that each time you act on them, you are one step closer to becoming that higher self that you just met in your visualization. So I'm going to show you guys the habit tracker that I use every day. So here's the habit tracker I use every day. I haven't filled out the priorities or anything yet really for this month, but I just wanted to show you what I incorporate every day that really makes my life very powerful and successful, as well as fulfilling, and really keeps me happy. I would think waking up at an early time works for me. I work from home, so I really prioritize having a clean environment. So that's where it comes in to make my bed and tidy up. Someone I really look up to, Jordan Peterson, always says, how can you have a successful life if you can't even keep your room clean?
This has become a meme, strangely enough, something that's widely distributed on the web, partly because there's a comical element to it. It's to clean up your room.
Then I get up, brush my teeth, brush my hair, take care of myself. Whatever your morning routine will consist of, you get to decide that. Then I immediately go and work out. I find that this really helps set the tone for the day, and it is scientifically proven that just getting movement in your body in the morning, whether it's yoga or lifting weights or whatever it is, really gets your energy flowing. So maybe instead of reaching for that cup of coffee, you just get the blood flowing in your body. And it's proven now too that if first thing in the morning you get up and walk forward and you're seeing things come past you as you're walking forward and letting sunlight in your eyes, it actually has a huge effect on your energy. So I recommend getting in a forward motion in daylight as soon as you can in the morning. That's also why I have this sun walk / run. Sometimes I do that as a break in the middle of the day. It really depends. I also try to do yoga and meditation to keep my body loosened up, and so I'm not just always hitting it with a hard workout. And then next, journaling and gratitude. I think this is so important and not enough people do it. Journaling is so important because you should know that you are a powerful being and you are in control of your life. You get to choose how you react to your circumstances and how you feel about things, which really determines your reality. So you can reflect on things and decide how you choose to feel about it and really release things and let them go and just help your brain process. I also use my journal to list some gratitude and just being thankful, knowing I'm blessed every single day to live the life that I live is huge. And it really just helps me stay in a happier state instead of stressed in a lack state of I don't have this, I don't have that, but rather shifting into an abundant state by being grateful of everything I do have. And this further attracts great things into your life. I also will list affirmations here. I think it's really easy to hate on ourselves, and sometimes I think we are our own biggest haters. So listing affirmations of I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I am wealthy, even though I'm not as wealthy as I want to be. I still say these things whether they're necessarily true or not right now. You are bringing them into happening because you're saying them now. And definitely incorporate something that has self-love. So whether that is just taking extra time on your skincare routine or doing dry brushing on your skin or really taking care of your hair or sitting outside with your cup of tea, whatever it is that you need to bring into your routine to show yourself that you love yourself every day is very vital. You begin to shine on the inside and then you're shining on the outside, and people will begin to realize this and come up to you and say, wow, what is so different about you? What have you been doing? You're just glowing. And when you take self-love into your routine and really fill your cup first, like when I do yoga in the morning, that really fills my cup first for me. I get to set the stage with myself and go about the day in a better mood rather than if I just rush into work, I can find myself really stressed out or thinking negative thoughts versus knowing I am fulfilled this morning. I love myself and I love my day. And then my day usually goes in a great way instead of a not so great way. Self-love also helps so that when you have all of these goals set, this helps you not turn into a burned out ball of stress and just be grateful for what you have accomplished and the goals you have accomplished as you go through this journey. Maybe you're asking yourself why I'm showing you just my daily habits instead of my entire year goals, and this is because I think this is where the biggest changes happen. But also, yes, have larger goals that you want to get around to. But I warn you, when you set these larger goals, please break them down into smaller actionable items that you can begin to add into your schedule and really go after them. For example, if you want to become an influencer, okay, do you have your social channels made? Have you saved any ideas? Have you organized the ideas? Have you planned when you're going to film and what it's going to be? Have you filmed? Have you decided when you're going to post them? Do you have a posting calendar? Are you consistently posting one a day? If you look at my spreadsheet on there, I have social media and I mark that I'm trying to post at least one thing a day. When you break down big goals into smaller actionable items, it makes it much easier to go after them and actually bring them into your reality. And this way you avoid just looking at this huge bulk of overwhelming, looming stress, okay? These goals should be fun, not stressful. I want to show you how to keep your goals fun and lighthearted and helpful rather than stressful. So how do you keep up with your New Year's resolutions and not just go after them in January and then slowly fall off, like most people do? You can use the habit tracker every single day, even the weekends. If you want to be serious and stand out from the rest, you will not only just keep up with this past January, but you will keep up with it even on the weekends. Of course, no one's perfect and I miss quite a few weekends too, but do your best to do it every single day. And choose a day once a week where you really check in with yourself and say, okay, what goals on this list have I accomplished? What's in progress? What am I getting after? And what are the next ones on the horizon now that I have been accomplishing them? So what are the next goals I'm going to go after? And check in with your habit tracker, see, okay, what percentage of every day am I really getting done? Am I getting in the green? Am I being consistent? Consistency is key. These things are going to seem really hard at first to do every single day. For me, yoga was really hard to bring myself to do every single day, but now it's hard for me to go a day without it because I have fallen in love with it and it's no longer a chore that I have to force myself to show up for. But in the beginning, just show up. Just get there. Just get to the gym. Doesn't matter if it's the best workout of your life, just check that box off. And then slowly it'll become easier and easier and the habit will become a habit. Also, time block your days. Here is my time block schedule, and you can see I sort it into what it is in my life. Is it an influencer thing? Is it my business? Is it just a thing for the house? And then I put the time, and then as I go throughout the day, I can slide the times around and adjust them, but this really helps so that as you do one task and then get to the next and then get to the next, you know what you have coming up. For example, if I finish one project and I don't know what I want to work on later, it's easy for me to just pick up my phone and begin to scroll, versus if I know, okay, this is what I have planned out for my entire day. When I do this is my next thing and this is my next thing, and it really helps prevent just those gaps of time where you're just filling it with doing something like scrolling on social media and wasting your time. And I find a lot of people, if their life isn't going the way they want it to, they just want to hide from their circumstances and fill their time with partying, TV, social media, whatever distractions, to not look at their life and really go, wow, I don't like this. Because when you see it and that you truly want something different, then you get to set your goals and your action items and get after it, and you are in charge of changing your life. My next video will be of my daily routine and show you how I've optimized it to bring me closer to my larger goals every single day, as well as have a productive and fulfilling life along the way. My days are very optimized and have helped me make a lot of money. I am 19 years old and I do not come from wealth at all, and I am living in San Diego on my own. Please comment some of your New Year's resolutions down below. I know I would love to be inspired by them and possibly add some to my list, and I know that other people would really enjoy that inspiration too. Let's congratulate each other. Announce down below what goals you've already begun to get after. Maybe you can even find someone and say, hey, hold me accountable. This is my goal, and let's check in with each other and make sure we're actually doing it. But make sure you have permission with someone to do that, of course. Don't just nag them. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nikki Neisler. Have a beautiful day. You're a beautiful person. You got this.